The GSA coming under fire again, but this time it is not for mansions with clowns and mind readers or even bathtubs. So what now? It's vacant buildings. That's right, GOP lawmakers blasting the GSA for grossly mismanaging unused federal buildings at your expense. They say the government should be cashing in on prime real estate instead of wasting your taxpayer money. Congressman John Mica and Jeff Denham leading the charge. Griff Jenkins spoke with them about today's hearing.
Greta, we are standing on the rooftop of a multi-million-dollar building owned by the GSA that sits on 2 acres of the most pristine property in Washington in the Georgetown neighborhood. You can see the view behind me. The White House designated it as excess property last October because it has been sitting empty for over 10 years, costing taxpayers $3.5 million in operating costs. And that was the subject of a hearing held here by Congressmen John Mica and Jeff Denham to get answers. Among them, why the for sale sign went up just yesterday.
Today, you can't get your job done. You have 124 properties out of 14,000 properties. This is one property that I don't care if it's a Republican or a Democrat administration, if it's this administration or previous administrations, the job is not getting done. So I first of all, don't see how you can defend your record, but secondly, why you're more passionate, why the president's not more passionate about coming up with a solution.
What was the purpose of this hearing? I'll ask you, Mr. Chairman.
Well, first of all, there's too many of these properties sitting not only in the nation's capital, but across the nation that are sitting vacant and underutilized right now, but aren't on the underutilized list. So we want to get those properties on the list. And then secondly, we just need to sell them off. I mean, here's 2.5 acres. You know, you can see the great views. You can see we're downtown Georgetown. This is high value property that has been sitting for well over a decade. It's time for the administration to move.
Congressman Mica, what were your thoughts on the hearing? I know you were prepared in your remarks. You said that there's upwards of 14,000 properties like this.
Well, we've done hearings just in Washington. This is our third property vacant and underutilized. Again, prime real estate, Georgetown, highest value probably on the East Coast, sitting here for more than a decade. It's absolutely outrageous when you have a soaring national debt and you've got the federal government sitting on this incredibly valuable asset. So our goal is to get this off the taxpayer roll and put it on the profit side of the margin ledger and get a return for the taxpayers.
How confident are you guys that something is going to be done, that the next time On the Record speaks with you guys, that we will have tangible assets realized for taxpayer dollars? This building costing $3.5 million in the 10 years it's sat empty.
Well, I'm confident that you've got Republicans and Democrats working together on the committee. We are committed to selling off these properties. We need to make sure that the administration is just as committed to getting the bill out of the Senate and signed into law. But also, you know, the president can do these buildings by executive order as well.
Lastly, Mr. Mica, you're very familiar with this stuff. What do you think could be realized? What do you think a property like this could go for if they properly put it up for sale, as they said, and would get it sold, say, by the fall?
Well, this property is worth hundreds of millions, a very valuable property in the heart of Georgetown. But this is repeated, unfortunately, across the United States. So we're talking about billions of dollars worth of losses. You saw some of the buildings, but again, not much happens. Not much happens until we actually hold the hearings. We held a hearing in the cold, vacant building 2 blocks from the White House, which was vacant for 15 years. This is 10 years. But the examples of this just go on and on across the United States. It's waste.
Thank you for being with us tonight. We'll see you all